That's right.
All right, folks. So Travis Brown, Horror Movies Uncut's the name of my website. We're based out of St. Louis, Missouri. First and foremost, I want to say really enjoyed the film. I know a lot of people I know you guys got a screening this evening. So I'm excited to hear the feedback from the film. I think a lot of people are going to like it. There's not too many films these days that make me question getting up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom. And I will say that you guys did a very good job of having this happen. So first and foremost, I guess Hank, Oliver, if you guys, want to kind of give me an idea about the inception of the offering, where you got the story from. And then I'm going to let you guys know, man, St. Louis, we have a big Jewish community. Yeah. I'm have to watch some people with this film, man. Because I think this is going to turn some people in some other ways once they see this film. So I would love to know the inception, how the film gets started, where the idea comes from.
The inception, we'd have to bring in Yoni here then.
Okay.
It's a story that we wrote
a
long time ago, based on conversations that we would have, because Karina and I were just really into the esoteric and mysticism for real.
Yeah.
Like, we actually believe in this stuff. We come from Orthodox Jewish homes growing up. I used to live in Brooklyn.
Okay.
You know, that borough park that we had though was a set in Bulgaria.
Okay.
But it started from there.
We had a mutual love for Jewish mysticism.
Okay.
We were totally genre nerds, and we love commercial films, genuinely. So we wanted to bring those elements together.
We wanted to do a movie where Hasidic Judaism was like, we see like the cool parts about it. You know?
Okay, yeah.
You know, it's not really shown a lot. You don't see like the cool stuff, and you see a character like Hamish in the movie who's like badass. He's got like half cut off gloves on, and he's like, he's got his toothpick, and he's like smoking all the time, and just this guy trusts no one, and it's great. You know,
he's like a rock star.
Yeah, he's a rock star.
For
rock star Hasidic guy.
So tell me though, like what type of research though? I mean, because I'm sure like even though you guys are coming from this background, I'm sure there was like some immense research you had to do to make sure you had some stuff spot on. Because you guys are talking about life, death, family, things that are very important.
We pull from books that are 2,000 years old.
It helps when you know Aramaic.
Right.
Yes.
I'm sure.
I'm
sure.
By the way, it's true that we were reading books in Aramaic.
Okay.
And it helps if you used to work in a morgue.
Yeah. Oh, are you serious?
I worked in a morgue.
Okay. Had a buddy that did that for a while, and he wondered why we never came over and saw him. But, he lived in one. He was one of the like overnight guys. And,
all my clients loved me.
Really? I'm sure. Very quiet too.
Yeah.
Very quiet too.
It was a real stiff crowd.
Stiff crowd.
It's a comedy.
So, and then when you think about like the overall setting of the film, Oliver, I'm curious to you, like what type of challenges instantly come up in your head, knowing that it's a lot of darkness that you're going to have to deal with. The setting has got to look right for what elements you guys are trying to create with the characters, especially when they're, going through the, I'm not going to spoil what's going on in that little room down there. But I feel like there's so many challenges with dark spaces and stuff like that. So what are you doing beforehand for prep to make sure, hey, I got to get these shots looking right?
I think using darkness is paramount with regards to playing on fears that already exist in all of us. I think we're all to some extent afraid of the dark, especially if you already know something's there. Now, when you get up to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, you've now been told by this film something might be there. Yeah. Right? So within the movie,
you run.
You're buying into you're already buying into a horror movie when you go in to see it. So you know full well, hang on a minute, that's a dark corner. Now, I know, because I've seen horror movies before, and I've written them, and I've made them, I know full well, you're not looking at the cast right now, you're looking at that dark corner. And I know full well I can keep you there so that you're getting that sense of tension throughout that scene. I know exactly where you're looking at every single point. I want you to look there. Right. But that's a good thing, right? You can trust me. I'm not going to scare you.
For sure. So, what business do you have bringing this beautiful pregnant woman inside of this house? Like, because I'm sorry, like, I don't mean to call out the race car right here. Black women would not be having it. Like, she wouldn't care who your daddy was. You ain't about to go to daddy's house if that's daddy's house. So, talk to me a little bit, though, about how you came to be in the film. Both of you guys, actually. How did you guys come to get your parts in the film, and how excited are you that fans actually get a chance to see this here in Austin for Fantastic Fest?
Yeah, well, I was, it was a really quick turnaround for me. So I was saying before, we were like right in the middle of COVID. Australia had really strict lockdowns. I couldn't leave the country. I had to apply to try and leave. So it was touch and go there for a little while. But they were like, we're putting you on your plane. You've got 4 days and you're going to be in Bulgaria. I read the script. I hadn't done horror before, so I thought that was going to be a really great challenge.
That's awesome.
And then it was a family drama at heart. It's rich. It was just a beautiful story.
Nick, how about you?
Yeah, well, I don't watch horror movies.
Okay.
I'm a scaredy cat.
Okay.
So they're not my cup of tea.
That's always
So
the case.
I,
It's always people who do not watch horror movies and horror movies.
The last time I watched them was Texas Chainsaw Massacre. At,
Which one?
I don't know.
OG or one of the remakes?
I have no idea. I was hungover.
He wasn't watching it.
And I was at the movie theatre and I had a beanie on, and within 2 minutes I just pulled the beanie out of my face and spent the whole movie just with a beanie over covering my eyes. So when I got the script, I was like, it's not a genre that I'm used to reading or watching. I didn't, I loved the character and stuff. I thought he was great, but I was kind of like, I don't know how to gauge this really. So I said to my manager, I was like, well, what do you think? And he was like, look, you've met Yoni before. You guys will get on great. These guys love this film. Just do it. So it's like, right, let's dive in. And he mentioned last night actually that he remembers me calling him after a week going, thank you for making me do this, because it was, telling me, encouraging me to do it, because it was such a kind of welcome kind of relief and tonic and gave me so much, because when you're doing something that's that high stakes, emotionally, it's so intense that as an actor, that's a real challenge. You get a hell of a lot out of it, rather than some, other genres I don't think will push you that far. So felt very fortunate to be part of it.
That's awesome. So there was this show that Shudder and all these guys have been doing about these like behind the scenes and like curses that happen on sets. And I'm curious with what you guys were dealing with and what you were making and creating. Anything kind of weird?
His wife kept getting nightmares. It actually forced me to change some of the authentic.
Are you serious?
I put a lot of secrets. There's a lot of real spells.
There's a lot of secrets.
Yeah.
How dare you?
My wife was having nightmares about the thing, and
I have to add also, sorry.
Are you guys still, and you guys are still friends?
Can I add this?
I'm still married too.
Married too. I gotta add this. This is
Go
great.
for it, yeah.
So his wife was having the nightmares, and as the writer, I went, I don't care.
Yeah.
So we gotta keep this in the script.
Yeah.
And he started getting nightmares, and that's when we made the changes.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
started having these weird dreams.
Okay.
And there was things I needed to change. I'm like, I don't think we should put this out there right now. Let's change it just a little bit. Because every scene, actually, almost every frame has an Easter egg. And there's some deep stuff. If there's people that can read Hebrew or things like that.
There are names of God that haven't been uttered in 1,500 years.
Yeah, in the
some
movie.
Next level mystics.
I mean, are we going to start something with the super big wide release of this film? Is this going to unleash some, like, Hasidic demon that's going to start bothering everybody?
Hey, we just made the film.
We have no responsibility
We
for it.
only did the incantation.
Okay.
The interesting thing about Abizu, though, is that Abizu is a demon that goes across many cultures.
Okay, so it's one of those, like, everybody has their own version type.
And it's
No,
always
it's the
taker-
same.
it's called
It's the same. It's the same
Taker
thing.
of children.
She's got
Okay.
she's got different
Yeah.
names, but
For
it's
sure.
cross religion, cross continent. So I think don't.
Well, yeah, I mean, I was-
just because you're not Jewish.
Yeah, I mean, how can you not think about like all those old nursery like scary tales about the old women coming in the window and grabbing the children? Like, 'cause that's completely what I was thinking about during the process of that movie.
Like there are various things across, like I said, across religion on thousands of year olds names of Abizu, and she's had different names. I'm not even sure if Abizu is the way to. No one knows anymore because it's such an old name.
The word abyss comes from the word
Okay,
abyss.
that makes sense.
And
That makes
here's
sense.
the trip. You got 4 religions that all were killing each other because they all thought they were right, but they all agreed that Abizu existed.
Oh, that's crazy. So tell everyone like your ideas on how to make sure that whenever this is brought to light with what's going on in the film, that you can really get the best execution with the cast and what is being developed with their story, because it's intense across the board. And one of the things that I'll say that I think a lot of people will agree with me with, the movie never lets you go. No. Like, it seems like every single time I thought there was going to be a moment of lull that I could relax you guys don't let anybody relax in this film, and I feel like it was intentional.
If you want to relax,
very,
go to the
very
spa.
intentional. Don't get a foot massage with this. So
The word we kept using was we want a roller coaster.
yeah,
where
big time.
the only thing about the calm is so that you can drop even harder and be more afraid.
For sure.
So we didn't want anyone bored, and Ollie is an expert in the history of horror as well. So his painstaking efforts to push the horror at every possible moment. I'm glad to hear it.
That's
worked.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So tell me, cast, how was it working with them? And then you guys got this like legion of like hardcore Jewish dudes from like Bed-Stuy walking around.
The most comforting thing was that I had such an amazing team across all levels. The cast were phenomenal. Producers, writer, everything was just so fantastic, and it was so nice to have that great team. I honestly can't hopefully work with everyone else sometime again. But I mean, working with you guys was phenomenal. There was one scene that I wish, unfortunately, we didn't have time to shoot it, but there was one scene that I really wanted to do where I asked Nick if we could essentially rig up a room to be scary and just send him in and see what happens. And I didn't think he'd say yes. And after a while, he then, he did say yes eventually, and then we actually never shot it. So he never had to do that. And then
We'll do it tonight.
We'll do it. Yeah. And there was one of my favorite scenes in the movie where you jump. I think you jumped about 16 times. Where I would just stand just off camera and just make a scary noise.
That's amazing.
Which Em loves, right?
It's my favorite thing.
Awesome.
And I mean, I can't say enough amazing things about
Great
the
time.
cast and the crew.
Awesome. So I'm not going to take up too much of you guys' time. I really, really appreciate it. Once again, I really enjoyed the film a lot. I can't wait to hear the feedback from it later tonight.
Can't wait to hear
one of the things that I want to know, and I'm just going to kind of go down the line. What is something you hope people take away from the offering when they see it? This evening at Fantastic Fest.
Well, you just
11:50.
you just wanted to come with that, having had like an exhilarating experience.
Yeah.
And then have them all talking about it and saying how great I am. That's what I want.
Yeah, I have to agree. Then they walk out, they're excited, they feel good, scared.
You chose to get on that roller coaster.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Fellas?
This is actually going to be the first time that we're watching a movie with an audience.
Oh, nice.
We've never seen it with an audience.
Amazing.
So I'm excited to watch the audience watch the movie, and I just hope that they have fun, that they maybe learn something, catch something, and tell their friends about it.
I hope they have a really hard time recovering from the end.
I hope the movie makes them feel something they've never felt before.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's a great answer right there.
I want them to come out and like have all the therapists in Austin or something. Busy. Mocked out.
But the Jewish ones, though, right? We got to keep it there. All right.